Now, uh, it is our next section, which is everyday mathematics. Okay, so this is question number 36 of our third section. Okay, let's see what the question is saying. So Vikas took 55 minutes to complete his homework. Now he finished his homework at 17:45. So at what time did he start doing his homework? The question is asking about the initial starting time only. Okay, so the finished time is given over there in the question. So finished time is 17:45. Okay, and Vikas took 55 minutes to complete. Okay, so time duration what is given in the question is 55 minutes. Okay, so we need to find the starting time. Okay, so how we are going to find the starting time? We can subtract it as well, but we have another method, which is the leap jumping method, what we can see. Okay, so 17:45 is a, okay, 17:45, I'm going to write over here, is our finished time, is the time when Vikas finished his homework. Okay, he took 55 minutes to finish his homework. Okay, so let's take 45 is here. So what we will do, we will take a jump of 45 minutes first. Okay, so before 45 minutes it was 17 hours. Okay, now 5 minutes are still left because we have to take a jump of 45 only, and he took 55 minutes, so 10 minutes are already remaining. So we will take 10-minute more jump over there. Okay, so before 10 minutes it should be 16:50. Okay, so what was his starting time? So his starting time was 16:50. Okay, so that is option number D. Understood? Okay, now let's coming back. Okay, now let's move to the question number 37. Now the question number 37 is saying that Alka needs 3/5 of a bowl of chopped onion, okay, and 2/3 bowl of chopped tomatoes to make a dish. Now, how much more chopped tomatoes than chopped onions did she require? Okay, we need to find that. So how we are going to find it? Okay, so quantity of chopped onion is what? 3/5, and quantity of chopped tomatoes is 2/3. Okay, and in the question it is asking that how much more chopped tomatoes than chopped onion did she require? So what we will do, we will subtract onions from tomatoes. Okay, we need to subtract onion from tomatoes. So what we are getting, let's see, 2 minus 3, sorry, 2/3 minus 3/5. Okay, now we need to take LCM. So when we are taking LCM of these two numbers, what we are getting? We are getting 15 only. Now how many times 15 is there in the table of 3? 5 times. So we need to multiply here with 5. So we are getting 10. Then we need to take LCM over here. So we are getting 3 only. So when we are multiplying 3 with another 3, so we are getting 9. Okay. After subtracting 10 and 9, we are getting 1/15. Okay. So what is the answer? That how much more chopped tomatoes than chopped onion did she require? So she required 1/15 of more tomatoes than onions. Okay. Let's move to the next question, which is question number 38. Now, Divya reads 225 pages every day except on Sunday and Thursday. Okay, now how many pages does she read in 9 weeks? Okay, let's see. So, in a week, there are 7 days that we all know. Okay, in 1 week, there are 7 days. Okay, now out of 7 days, she doesn't read on Sunday and Thursday. So we have to remove 2 days from 7 days. So what we are getting? We are getting 5 days only. Now, in 1 week, she reads for 5 days. Okay, so now question is asking that how many pages does she read in 9 weeks? So in 9 weeks, she reads for how many days? So first we need to find that. So 9 multiplied by 5. So in 9 weeks, she reads for 45 days. Now, question is asking that Divya reads 225 pages every day. Okay, and total pages we need to find out according to the 9 weeks. Okay, so in 9 weeks she reads for 45 days. Okay, so what we will do, we will multiply 225 with 45. Okay, we need to multiply both the numbers. Let's see what we are getting after multiply 225 with 45. So if she multiplying these two numbers, we will get 10,125. Okay, so that will be our answer, and that will be option number 2, which is option B. Understood? Okay, let's move on. Now we have another question, which is question number 39. So this question number 39 is saying that Mrs. Sharma made 5.4 liter of lemonade. Now Mrs. Goyal made thrice as much lemonade as Mrs. Sharma. So first we need to find that how much Mrs. Goyal made. Now we need to find that how much lemonade they make all together. Okay, so what we will do first, we will find out that how much lemonade did Mrs. Goyal make. Okay, so for this, what we will do, in the question it is given over there that Mrs. Goyal made how much? Uh, thrice as much as Mrs. Sharma. Okay, so Mrs. Sharma made 5.4, 5.4, because question is saying that she makes thrice of that amount that Mrs. Sharma make. Okay, so thrice of 5.4 will gives us what? 3 fours are 12, 3 5s are 15, 6 plus 1 is 16. Okay, so when we are multiplying the this number, that is 5.4, with 3, we are getting 16.2 only. Okay, so now Mrs. Goyal make 16.2 and Mrs. Sharma make 5.4, which is given over there in the question. Now the question is asking that how much laminate did they make altogether. So what we need to do, we will add 5.4 with 16.2. Okay, let's see what we are getting after adding these two numbers. So we are getting 4 plus 2 is 6, 5 plus 6 is 11, carry over 1, then 1 plus 1 is 2. So they are making 21.6 liter of laminate altogether. Okay, so which is our option number B. Okay, now let's move to the question number 40, which is given over there like Karan has 52,922 balls. Okay, now he has to pack them in a boxes, with each box containing 420 balls. Now find the number of the boxes required to pack all the balls. So how we are going to find it? Okay, so the Karan has total how many balls? 52,920 balls, correct? Now he has to pack them in a boxes, with each containing 420 balls. Okay, so we need to find the number of the boxes. If each box contain 420 balls, so what we need to do, we need to divide this 52,920 with 420. Okay, so let's divide and see what we are getting. If we are going to divide 42,920 with 420, we will get a number which is 126. Okay, so what we can say, our option number C, which is 126, is the correct answer. Okay, let's move to the question number 41. Question number 41 is saying that if 13 bags of sugar cost 2,535. Okay, now if each bag contains 5 kg of sugar, then we need to find the cost of 1 kg of sugar. Okay, so the question is saying that 13 bags of sugar cost this much. So first we need to find the cost of 1 bag of sugar. Okay, if 13 bags of sugar cost 2,535, so what will be the cost of 1 bag of sugar? So for this, we need to divide 2,535 with 13. Okay. So when we are dividing this thing with 13, so what we are getting? We will get 13 ones are 13, then 9 will be there, then 13 nines are, okay, so we are getting 195. Okay, so the cost of one bag is 195. Okay, now each bag contains 5 kg of sugar, which means cost of one bag is 195. So we can say the cost of 5 kg of sugar is 195, because one bag can contain 5 kg of sugar only. So that will be the cost of 5 kg of sugar as well. Okay, that is 195. Okay, now according to the question, we need to find the 1 kg of sugar. If 5 kg of sugar cost rupees 195, so what will be the cost of 1 kg of sugar? So for this, we need to divide 195 with 5. Okay, when we are dividing it, what we are getting? 5 threes are 15. Okay, and 5 nines are 45. So we are getting 39 rupees. Okay, so that will be our answer, which is option number C. Okay, now let's move to the question number 41. Now question number 41 is saying that, okay, this question we have done already, that is option number C. It is repeating itself. Now let's move to the question number 42. So the question number 42 is like, a gardener plants 33,12,250, 2,34,278, and 1,43,588 trees. Okay, now it is asking on the three successive months, like on the first month he plants that much tree, then on the second month he plants that much tree, then on the third month he plants that much tree. Now how many trees did he plant in all the 3 months? So what we need to do, it is asking that how much plant that he planted in all the 3 months. Okay, so what we will do, we will add all the number of the plants that he planted over these 3 months. Okay, so when we are adding them, so what we are getting, okay, so it is like 312,250. Second one is 234,278, and third one is 143,581. Okay, let's add them. What we are getting, 819. And what we are getting over here, 17 plus 8 is 15, 15 plus 5 is 20. We'll put 0 over there, 2 over there in a carry over form. Now 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 plus 5 is 11. So we will write 1 over here, and the another one will go over there in a carry over form. Now 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 plus 1, 7 plus 3 is 10. So we will put another 0 over here. 0 will come here, 1 will go there in a carryover form. Now again 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 4 8, plus 1 9. Okay, and here we are getting 3 plus 2 5, plus 1 6. So we are getting 6,90,109. So that will be our option number A. Okay, so that's why option number A is our correct answer. Now let's move to the question number 43. So in question number 43, it is asking that if 17 buckets can filled by a pipe in 8 hole 1 by 2 minutes. Okay, 17 buckets can fill by a pipe in 8 hole 1 by 2 minutes, which is 8 to the 16, 16 plus 1, 17 by 2 minutes. Okay, now it is asking then how many minutes will be taken by the pipe to fill 45 such buckets. If 17 buckets can be filled by a pipe in 17 by 2 minutes, so first we need to find the that how many time that pipe will take to fill one bucket. Okay, so to fill one bucket, it will take, what we can say, 17 by 2 divided by 7. Okay, as we all know, when we are dividing in a fraction, so how we are going to divide? So 17 by 2, this divide sign will change into multiplication, and then 17 become reciprocate, so it will become 1 by 17. Now to fill one bucket, okay, it will take 1 by 2 minutes. Okay, 1 by 2 minutes, what we can say, half minute. Okay, now question is asking that how many minutes will be taken by the pipe to fill 45 such buckets. If to fill one bucket, the pipe is taking 1 by 2 minutes. So for filling 45 buckets, the pipe will take how many minutes? So 45 multiplied by 1 by 2, which is equals to 45 by 2. Okay, and when we are going to divide it and when we are going to convert this thing into the mixed fraction, so we will get 2 times 22 is 44, then 1 will remain, so we will write 1 over there on the top and 5 will be here. So we are getting 22 whole 1 by 2 minutes. Okay, so that is our option number B. Now let's move to the next question, which is like Shruti earns 254 rupees and 50 paise in a day. Now she spends 110 rupees and 25 paise and save the rest. So how much money will she save in 12 days? Okay. So how much she earned? So she earns 254 rupees and 50 paise. Now, out of this, she spends 110 rupees and 25 paise. Okay, so that will be 110 rupees and 25 paise. Now we need to find out the saving. Okay, so what amount that did she save? So for this, we need to subtract 110.25 from 254 from 50. Okay, so what we are getting, 10 minus 5 is 5 only. Now 4 minus 2 is 2. Okay, here we are getting 4 and 5 minus 1 is also 4. 2 minus 1 is 4. We are getting 144 rupees and 25 paise she saved in a day. Now question is asking that how much money will she save in 12 days. Okay, if she is saving 144 rupees in 25 paise in one day, so how much she will save in 12 days. Okay, so for finding that amount, what we will need to do, we will multiply 545.25 with 12. Okay, when we are multiplying this thing, so what we are getting, 1731. Okay, so that will be our option number D, which is our correct answer. Now let's move to the question number 45, which is saying that on Tamanna's birthday, her mother gave 3/10 of a cake to each of her two neighbors. Okay, now in 1/10 of the cake to each of her two friends, that what fraction of the cake is left with her? Okay, so Tamanna's birthday, her mother gave 3/10 of the cake to each of her two neighbors, which means one neighbor is getting 3/10. Okay, one neighbor is getting 3/10, so two neighbors will get how much? 6/10. Okay, these are neighbors fraction. Okay, now after that she gave 1/10 of the cake to each of her two friends. Okay, which means how much she is giving to her friends, like 1/10 to two friends. Okay, so we will add them, we are getting 2/10. Now what fraction of the cake is left with her? So for this, first we need to find that how much cake is used. Okay, so how much cake is used? So 6/10 plus 2/10, that is 8/10. So 8/10 of the cake has been used. Now we need to find the cake which is left over. Okay, so how we are going to find that? So for this, what we need to do, we will subtract 8/10 from 1, which means we are subtracting 8/10 from 10/10 because there are 10 total parts. Okay, when we are subtracting it, we are getting 2/10, which if we are reducing it to the simplest form, we are getting 2 ones are 2, 2 5s are 10, so we are getting 1/5. So 1/5 of the cake is left with her. Okay, understood? Okay, let's move on. to the next question. Now we have our next section, which is achievers section. So here are question number 46. Now here we need to fill the blanks. Now there are dash prime numbers between 73 and 94. That we need to check that how many prime numbers are there between 73 and 73 and 94. Okay, let's see. So 73 itself is a prime number. Okay, after that we have 74. 83 is a prime number. Then 89. Okay. So between 73 to 94, we have three prime numbers. Okay. So the value of P will be 3. Now after that, this question is asking that least common multiple we need to find of 32, 36 and 72. Okay. So which one is the least common multiple of these three numbers? So for finding this, what we need to do first, we need to find the LCM of these three numbers. Okay, let's see what are the multiples of 32. So the multiples of 32 are 32, then 64, then we have 96, then we have 128. Okay, then we have 160. Okay, after that we have 192. Okay, then okay, let's try to find the multiples of 36. Okay, so what are the multiples of 36 that we have? Okay, so the multiples of 36 we are having is 36, 72. Okay, after that we have 108. Then we have 144. Okay, then we have 180. Then we have 216. Then we have 252, and it will go so on. Okay, now we have 72. We need to find the multiples of 72 as well. So that will be 72. It will start from 72 only. Okay. Then after 72, it will be 144. Then it will be 216. Okay. Then it will be 288. Then it will be 360. Okay. And then we have 432, like this only. Okay, now what we need to check the least common multiple of all these numbers. Okay, so let's extend it because we are not finding any common between them. So after 192, it has 224, and another one is 256 and 288. Okay, so let's see what are the common between them. So we can find common that 144 is there, 144 is there, but 144 is not there in the multiple of 32. Okay, so we are moving ahead. So what we can see, 288 is here, 288 is here as well in this multiple of 36, and 288 is here as well in the multiple of 72. Okay, so what we can say that the least common multiple among all the three numbers is 288. Okay, so LCM will be 288. Okay, so this we can do by another method as well. Like we can recite the table of 72 and let's see that which number is there which is the least number is which is there in the table of 32 and 36 as well. If we are going through that, so we will see that 72 4 times is 288, which is there in the table of 36 and in the table of 32 as well. Okay, so that's how we can find the LCM of these three numbers, which is 288. Now let's try to find the smallest number that can be divided by the given numbers without leaving any remainder. Okay, so what is that number is called? The smallest number that can be divided by the given numbers without leaving any remainder. So that number is known as LCM. Okay, now the next thing is we need to divide this number, what is given over there, by 268. Then dash is the remainder. When we are dividing this number, which is 443,272, which what we can say 4,43,272. When we are dividing it with 268, we are getting 1,654. Okay, this number is completely divisible by 268 and we are not getting any remainder. So at the place of remainder, we will put 0. Okay, so what we are getting, the value of P we are getting 3, the value of Q we are getting 288, the value of R we are getting LCM, and the value of S we are getting 0. So according to that, option number B is our correct option. Understood? Okay, let's move on. Now, in the question number 47, we need to find, the question is saying that Kirti rented a scooty for 330 minutes. Now, how much did she pay for it? Like, according to the question, it is given over there. Like, for the first hour, she need to pay 8.75 rupees. Okay. For the first hour, she need to pay that amount. Now, for every additional half hour, she need to pay 5 rupees and 25 paise. And she is traveling, according to the question, it is given over there that she is traveling for 330 minutes. Okay. So now let's see, for the first hour, she has to pay to 8 rupees and 75 paise. Correct? 8 rupees and 75 paise for first hour she is paying. Okay. So if we are going to subtract 1 hour from 330 minutes, so what is remaining over there? Okay, let's see. First, what we can do, we can convert 330 minutes into hour. Okay, if we are going to convert it like this, so what we are getting, 330 minutes. How many hours did she make? So for this, what we need to do, we need to divide it with 60. Okay, when we are dividing it with 60, so what we are getting, 330 divided by 60, we are getting 5.5 hours. Okay, and for first hour, she is paying 8 rupees and 75 paise. Okay, now if we are subtracting 1 hour from it, because first hour she has to pay that much amount, that is fixed. Okay, now 4 hour and 4.5 hour is still remaining. Okay, now we need to find, now according to the question, it is given over there, for every half an hour she has to pay 5 rupees and 25 paise. If 4 hour and 4.5 hours are given over there, so first we will find that in 4.5 hours, how many half hours are there? Okay, so what we will find that in 4.5 hour, there are 9 half hours. Okay, so for 9 half hours, for half hour, she has to pay 5 rupees and 25, and we are having 9 half hours. Okay, so how much she will pay? She will pay 9 multiplied by 5.25. Okay, so what we are getting when we are multiplying 9 with 5.25? Okay, after multiplying these two numbers, we are getting 9 5s are 45, carry 4, 9 2s are 18 plus 4 is 22. We will write 2 over there and 2 over there in a carry over. Now 9 5s are 45 plus 2 is 47. So we are getting 47 rupees and 25 paise she need to pay for 9 hours, the 9.5 hours, which means 4.5 hours. Okay. Now for 1 hour she has to pay that much, and for remaining hours she has to pay that much. Okay. So how much total amount did she paying is 47 rupees 25 paise and 8 rupees and 75 paise. Okay. And when we are adding these two numbers, we are getting 5 plus 5 0. Okay, students. So now let's move towards our question number 49. So question number 49 says that we need to go through the statements carefully. And on the basis of these statements, we need to select our correct option. Okay. So let's quickly go through the statement first. So a statement first is saying that the value of CM minus CD plus CVII plus M is this. Okay. So as we all know, the value of CM is 900. Okay. Then we are having the value of CD as 400. Okay. And then we have a value of CVII, which is equals to 10 and 7. Okay. And after that, we have uh, M, which is equals to 1000. Okay. When we are adding and subtracting, when we are doing all the operations given over here, and the result what we are getting is equals to 1607. Okay. Now in the statement 1, it is given over there. When we are solving this all thing, the answer what we are getting is this. Okay. So let's decode it. Let's write this Roman numeral into Hindu Arabic form. So what we are getting 1607 only, as M is stands for 1000 only, and DC stands for 600, and VIS stands for 7. So the number what we are forming out of this Roman numeral is 1607. Correct. So what we can say on the basis of our calculation, that statement 1 is true. Okay. Now let's move to the statement 2. Now statement 2 is saying that the symbol C can be added to every Roman symbol, but it cannot be subtracted from D and M. Okay. So here also, if we are going through statement 1, so what we can see over here, that here we have added C in D. Okay. So which gives us 600. Okay. So if I need to make 400, so what I can do, we can go through that. So it is written over there CD. So what we are doing, we are subtracting 100 from 500. Yes. So if we are going through these evidence, so what we can say, that statement 2 is false. Okay. Because we can add and subtract Roman numeral C from D and M as well. Okay. So what we can say, our statement 1 is true and statement 2 is false, which is our option number A. Okay, understood? Now let's move to the question number 50. So question number 50 says the given figure is made up of a square, a triangle, and a rectangle. Okay, this one is a square, then this is rectangle, and this one is triangle. Now breadth of the rectangle is 1/4 of the length of the edge of the square. Okay, so edges of the squares are given to us, which is 24 centimeter. Okay, side of the square is 24 centimeter. Now if we are going according to the question, so the breadth of the rectangle is 1/4 of the side of the square. Okay. So that will be 1/4 of 24. So which gives us 6 centimeter. Okay. So through this we are getting the value of the breadth of this rectangle. This portion we are having as 6 centimeter. Okay. Now in the question, it is given over there that if the sum of the area of the square and the area of the rectangle is 732 square centimeter. Okay. So as we know, the area of the square is equals to side by side. So which is equals to 24 by 24. When we are multiplying it, what we are getting? We are getting 576 centimeter square, the area of this square. Okay. And the area of rectangle, so we are not having line. Okay. So if the sum of the area of square and the area of rectangle is given to us, so let's put it the value over there. So the area of square is 576. Area of rectangle, we are not having length, so it will be 6 multiplied by length, which is 6L, is equals to 732. Correct. So when we are solving it, so what we are getting, this 576 will go there in a subtraction. So when we are subtracting 576 from 732, So we will get 156. Okay, now you can see 6 is here in the multiplication form. When we are going to take this 6 over there, so it will go in a divisional form. So we are getting the value of length is equals to 26 centimeter. Okay, so this portion is 26 centimeter. Got it? Now in the question is asking for the perimeter of the whole figure. Okay, so let's try to find the perimeter of the whole figure. Okay, so how we are going to have it? So the as you know, the perimeter is the total distance around any surface. Okay, so let's add it. So this 24 plus this 24, and this whole length is 24. Okay, this whole length is 24, and out of this whole length, this length is 6. So for this length will be 24 minus 6, which is 18. Okay, so 24 plus 24 plus 18 plus 26 plus this 5 plus 4 plus 26 again, then plus 24. Okay, now let's add all the numbers. So when we are adding all the numbers, we are getting 151 centimeter. Okay, which is our option number D. Understood? Okay,